Hello everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something incredibly personal and universal, the journey of emotional healing. If you've ever felt stuck in a loop of hurt, confusion, or sadness, please know you are not alone. It can feel like an impossible mountain to climb, but healing isn't about reaching a perfect, pain-free summit. It's a journey, a process, and it's one that you have the strength to begin. So let's start with the first and most important truth. Healing is a process, not a destination. So often, we beat ourselves up for not feeling better yet. We think, why am I still hurting? Why can't I just get over it? But emotional wounds are just like physical ones. They need time. There's no magic switch to flip. Recovery unfolds in its own time, with its own rhythm. Some days you'll feel like you're taking 2 steps forward, and the next, you might feel like you've taken 1 step back. And that is completely, 100% normal. The goal isn't to arrive at a place where you never feel pain again. The goal is to learn how to navigate your emotions with more grace and understanding. It's about progress, not perfection. So give yourself permission to be in the process. This brings us to our second point. Awareness is the very first step. You can't heal what you don't acknowledge. Think of it like trying to find your way out of a dark forest without a map. First, you need to understand where you are. What is this pain? Where did it come from? What situations or thoughts trigger it? This isn't about dwelling on the negative. It's about shining a light on it so you can understand it. Take a moment to sit with your feelings. Don't push them away. Ask yourself gentle questions. Maybe you feel a knot of anxiety in your stomach. Instead of ignoring it, you could ask, what is this feeling trying to tell me? This kind of curiosity is powerful. It's the moment you stop running from your pain and start turning toward it. Once you can name it and understand its roots, you're no longer its victim. You are an observer. And from that place of observation, you can begin to make conscious choices about how to respond, rather than just reacting. This awareness is your map, guiding you toward transformation. Once you're aware of your feelings, the next step is acceptance. This can be one of the hardest parts, but it's where true freedom begins. Acceptance means allowing yourself to feel whatever you're feeling, without judgment. It's saying, it's okay that I feel sad right now, or it's understandable that I feel angry. We spend so much energy fighting our emotions, telling ourselves we shouldn't feel a certain way. But that resistance is like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. It takes a ton of effort, and eventually, it's going to pop back up, often with even more force. When you accept your feelings, you release that inner pressure. You stop wrestling with yourself. Acceptance doesn't mean you like the pain or that you want it to stay forever. It simply means you are acknowledging its presence without labeling it as good or bad. It just is asterisk. And in that simple act of allowing, you open the door for those feelings to move through you and eventually out of you. This release of inner weight is what creates the space for healing to truly take hold. Now that we've made space through acceptance, we can talk about letting go. This is a concept that's often misunderstood. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting what happened or pretending it didn't hurt. You can't erase your memories. What it really means is releasing the emotional charge attached to those memories. It's about loosening your grip on the resentment, the anger, or the grief that's been weighing you down. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack full of rocks. Each rock is an old wound, a past grievance. You've been carrying it for so long you might not even notice the weight anymore. Letting go is consciously deciding to open that backpack and take out the rocks one by one. It's a choice you make for yourself, not for anyone else. It's about reclaiming your energy and your peace. When you release those old wounds, you create an incredible amount of space in your life space for new experiences, new relationships, and a new sense of strength and peace you might have forgotten was possible. This journey requires a crucial ingredient, self-compassion. Healing is hard work, and you are going to need a friend on your side. That friend needs to be you. Self-compassion is about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a good friend who is struggling. When you make a mistake or have a setback, what is your inner voice saying? Is it critical and harsh, or is it gentle and encouraging? For so many of us, our inner critic is relentless. We would never speak to someone we love the way we speak to ourselves. Self-compassion is about actively changing that inner dialogue. It's about saying, "You're doing your best," or "It's okay to not be okay." Being gentle with yourself isn't a sign of weakness. It's the fuel that powers your recovery. It's what allows you to get back up after a tough day and keep moving forward. It's the kindness that helps you rebuild your emotional foundation, brick by brick. Now let's be real. Healing doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen by just wishing for it. Healing requires consistent effort. It's the small daily actions that compound over time to create lasting change. Think of it like building a muscle. You don't go to the gym once and expect to be strong. You go consistently. The same is true for your emotional well-being. So what do these actions look like? It could be journaling for 5 minutes every morning to untangle your thoughts. It could be practicing a 2-minute deep breathing exercise when you feel overwhelmed. It could be setting a boundary with someone in your life, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. It might be going for a walk in nature or simply taking a moment to reflect on what you're grateful for. These aren't grand, dramatic gestures. They are small, sustainable practices that, when done consistently, rewire your brain and reinforce your new, healthier patterns. It's this quiet, steady commitment to yourself that leads to profound and long-term transformation. Finally, let's reframe what it means to heal. You don't heal by forgetting. You heal by transforming. The scars of our past don't have to be sources of shame or pain forever. They can become sources of our greatest wisdom and strength. The goal isn't to erase the past, but to integrate it into who you are now in a way that empowers you. When you learn from your experiences, when you extract the lessons from your pain, your wounds turn into wisdom. You start to see how your struggles have made you more resilient, more empathetic, and more aware. You realize that your story, with all its difficult chapters, is what makes you uniquely you. The pain you went through can become a catalyst for profound personal growth. You don't just go back to who you were before the hurt. You become someone new. Someone stronger, wiser, and more whole. Your healing journey is not about erasing your past. It's about rewriting your future. So as we wrap up, remember this. Your journey is your own. Be patient, be kind to yourself, and trust the process. Healing is not a straight line, but every step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward a more peaceful and empowered you. You have everything you need within you to heal. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this video resonated with you, please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel for more content on personal growth and well-being. And if you feel comfortable, share one small step you're taking on your own healing journey in the comments below. Your story might just be the inspiration someone else needs to see today. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.